Among the 7 wonders of the ancient world, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon are perhaps the most enigmatic. Unlike the pyramids of Giza or the statue of Zeus at Olympia, no archaeological trace has been securely identified. Yet ancient writers from Strabo to Philo of Byzantium describe them as marvels of engineering. Terraced gardens, lush with trees and exotic plants, irrigated high above ground. The central questions are stark. Did they truly exist? If so, were they in Babylon built by Nebuchadnezzar II, 605 to 562 BCE, or in Nineveh under the Assyrian king Sennacherib, 704 to 681 BCE? This lecture examines the evidence, historiography, and enduring fascination with this elusive wonder. The earliest extant accounts come not from Babylonian sources, but from Greek historians. Diodorus Siculus, 1st century BCE, describes gardens 400 feet wide, with terraces rising like a theater, watered by screw-like devices. Strabo, 1st century BCE to 1st century CE, mentions vaulted terraces and irrigation machines. Philo of Byzantium and later writers include the gardens in lists of wonders. Curiously, Babylonian and Mesopotamian inscriptions, so abundant in recording temple and palace construction, make no mention of such gardens under Nebuchadnezzar. This silence is striking. Tradition links the gardens to Nebuchadnezzar II, who reigned during Babylon's Neo-Babylonian zenith. According to later sources, he built them for his wife, Amytis of Media, who longed for the mountains of her homeland. Babylon at this time was a splendid city, double walls, massive temples, the Ishtar Gate, and the processional way. Nebuchadnezzar boasted in inscriptions of rebuilding temples and palaces, but never of gardens. Archaeology at Babylon, notably by Robert Koldewey in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, uncovered vaulted structures once proposed as foundations of the gardens, but these are now more plausibly understood as storerooms. Thus, the case for Nebuchadnezzar as builder rests mainly on Greek tradition, unsupported by local evidence. Recent scholarship, particularly that of Stephanie Dalley, argues that the Hanging Gardens may not have been in Babylon at all, but in Nineveh, capital of Assyria. Evidence. Sennacherib's inscriptions boast of engineering marvels, including a water-raising device, possibly an early screw pump, and elaborate gardens watered from aqueducts and canals. Archaeology confirms Sennacherib's extensive hydraulic works, including a massive aqueduct at Jerwan, bringing water to Nineveh. Reliefs from Nineveh depict terraced gardens and trees, consistent with classical descriptions. This hypothesis suggests a later Greek confusion of Babylon with Nineveh, both great Mesopotamian cities. The challenge of the gardens was irrigation. To sustain trees on elevated terraces in Mesopotamia's arid climate required advanced technology. Ancient descriptions mention screw-like devices, anticipating Archimedes' screw. Whether at Babylon or Nineveh, such technology was within Near Eastern capability, given their mastery of canals and aqueducts. Terracing, too, was well known, using mud brick and bitumen waterproofing. If built, the gardens would have been an extraordinary synthesis of architecture, horticulture, and hydraulics. Regardless of location, the Hanging Gardens symbolized human control of nature, a king reshaping the environment to reflect power and generosity. To Greeks, they exemplified the exotic luxury of the East. To later cultures, they became metaphors for paradise, influencing medieval and Renaissance visions of gardens as ordered microcosms of creation. Their uncertain existence highlights another truth. Wonders are as much about perception as reality. Whether the gardens stood in Babylon, Nineveh, or only in the imagination, They express the fascination with human ingenuity and royal ambition. Koldewey, early 20th century, identified vaulted rooms at Babylon as the garden substructure, later disproved. Dalley, 1990s to 2010s, advanced the Nineveh hypothesis, now widely discussed. Consensus today, no definitive evidence, but Nineveh remains a serious possibility. The debate reflects broader issues: how Greek authors transmitted Near Eastern knowledge, how archaeology challenges tradition, and how absence of evidence can be weighed against enduring cultural memory. Engineering feat. If real, the gardens were among the most advanced hydraulic projects of antiquity. Cultural exchange. Greek fascination with Mesopotamian grandeur shaped their lists of wonders. Historiographical puzzle. The gardens remind us that much of antiquity is mediated through imperfect sources. The Hanging Gardens may never be proven to have existed, yet their power lies not solely in bricks or roots, but in the imagination. They embody humanity's perennial dream: to command water in the desert, to bring mountains to the plain, to make the earth itself a testament to royal ambition. Whether in Babylon, Nineveh, or nowhere at all, they remain a wonder of the ancient mind.